Hi guys, Kieran Rai here, Ralph Pereira, and we have the fantastic, brilliant, top Afghanistani singer, Ghazal Anayat. Ghazal, good afternoon, good evening, good morning, how are you?
Hello, Kiran. Thank you for having me here. I'm really happy. I really feel privileged and honored being in your show. And I also want to say hi to Ralph.
No.
Hello.
Hi. So Ghazal, just for us to ask you, because I think it's very important that, look, you've been traveling around the world for years. You've been, been inside the studio. You've made albums. You've got 1.1 million people on social media. You are top of your game. Now, for a period of time, you're quarantined, and you've been quarantined. So just want to know how you're dealing with quarantine. Have you made any new music, etc.? Just the basics to start off with.
Kiran, although quarantine has been very, hard and stressful period for all of us, but fortunately, I haven't experienced that much of, difficulties. And it's maybe because luckily I had my family with me, or maybe I was around my family and I spent quality time with them. And as you mentioned that we as a singers usually keep traveling around the world for our music projects. And I am usually on my music tours for, doing my concerts and events. So usually I don't get that much time to spend with my family, especially with my parents. Quarantine was a period to, give me a chance to spend more with my family, with my parents. But if we speak about music, unfortunately, quarantine period has affected my, profession as a singer very badly. And unfortunately, due to the global impact of coronavirus and the travel restrictions, as you said, some of my projects have been postponed and even some of them were canceled. But still, to make best of the time, I have been working from home on some new albums. I have been working on some new compositions with the lyricists, with the music producers and music arrangers for my upcoming album, inshallah. And yes, although quarantine hasn't been that much of difficult for me, but it is still a stressful period and it has challenges for all of us to deal with.
Ghazal, look, when you meet journalists now, for the whole 5 days. Now I'm going to skip what I was going to ask you, because with me, I'm not afraid of anybody. If I want to ask something, I'll ask you. It depends on what the celebrity wants to answer back. That's up to you. But for the last 4 days, Ghazal, I've been having a lot of these inboxes from different fans, from different singers' fans, and all saying, don't do this, don't do that. Now, to me, you're very talented. I have my own, nobody can manipulate me. And I like to say that nobody can ever try and manipulate me. So, it's not going to work. But what I would like to say is, I would like to ask you, because I think it's very important now, because it's getting to a point where it doesn't affect me, but it's getting a bit weird. Like I'm getting 25 to 30 messages every half an hour, people begging me not to do this person, that person, this person, that person, don't interview this person. Now, I have never experienced this. I mean, I'm interviewing so many great artists around the world. I'm not labeling the Afghan community. I'm not saying that. But I am saying there's a lot of nazar going around. There's a lot of people that are hating for no reason. You're all beautiful women in your own way. You're all fantastically talented your own way. Mujda's got her own thing. Fahad Dyer, he's got his own. Ariana's got her own thing. Sita's got her own platform. Why? And I really want to discuss with you. Why is there so much negativity when it becomes between singers, especially female singers?
Kiran, when you're in top and when you're doing great, obviously you will have your enemies too. And unfortunately, in our music industry, we also have mafia groups. You can call them music mafia groups, that they don't want other singers to go ahead. Like Mujda Jan, as you said, she's a perfect singer. She's, beautiful inside and out. If you ask her, she will tell you what's going on in our industry, unfortunately. And as well as other singers, we have, a couple of more beautiful and, you know, talented singers like Shabana Jan and Meheriyar. You may have not heard about her, or maybe you have heard about her. She's also very talented. She exactly sounds like Kavita Krishnamurti. I'm a big fan of her. You might know her. You have interviewed her, actually. Yes, yes. So she exactly sounds like her. She's very talented. But unfortunately, I'll not name the specific person. Who is she or who is he? There are some people.
They don't mention. They don't mention people's names. Just.
Yeah, I'm not going to mention their name. But there are people. When I'm talking about them, people know that. Who am I talking about? But yes, unfortunately. But as you said, it's not going to affect me. I will, you know, keep continuing my positive work, and I'll keep
because
myself.
You're the most followed person on Instagram when it comes to Afghan community. And
sorry,
you're the most followed person on Instagram. Thank
you so much. Yeah, I know that. Yeah, you see that. You know, that's the love and that's the support that you see. The rest doesn't matter.
Ralph, question off to you, but on this topic, please.
Ghazal, you know, social media is a kind of they're fantastic platforms, you know, but sometimes, you know, these have got kind of lots of negativity in people. I don't know why when people need to do that, because, you know, today we live in a world that we should love people, whatever they are doing, you know, because they're doing them because you have a passion to your music and passion maybe to your own country, because Afghanistan, as from what we know on, you know, on TV, is something else. You know, it's a country that has got lots of issues with, you know, many countries been trying to invade there, and many issues. So for me to see somebody like you, an artist, coming up and then performing. So what I'd like to know is, you know, your music that you're playing to a lot of your supporters, you know, who like to listen to you. What kind of things can you do to make a difference in your music? The message, how you can get across.
And also add to that, how can you also make your haters become your fans?
Well, always give them love, you know. You just can give them love and, you know, make them their fans. Sometimes, you know, haters are your secret admirers. They you know, they hate you for the things that they can't do that.
So do you like that? So you like that? It's fun then,
yeah, I kind of enjoy that, because, you know, if somebody doesn't like me for being successful or being, you know,
good.
Blessed, having a good life or enjoying myself, good. You know, it's not my problem. It's not my problem. And as Ralph said, my message for the girls that they want to, you know, especially start or coming to music from Afghanistan is this: that just be positive when you're starting. You know, when you're deciding, don't scare anyone. Decide that once in your mind, and when you decided that, just go with that. Don't listen to people. Don't listen to you know, some people that they will tell you, oh, don't do this. This is bad. Don't do that. This is bad. No, you know, good and bad, all is in our mind. You know, you just need to fight for what's right.
And also, Ghazal, I also want to ask you. We are going back a bit towards what I was first asking. Yes, we've talked about people. You've talked about this kind of group or whatever that try and shut you down, and great and good for you that you enjoy it, because it shows that people are hating on you, and you
I do.
Good, and you should enjoy that. And also it just shows that, you know, you are the most female followed on Instagram. You've passed everybody, so congratulations on that.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
So what I'd like to ask you now, Ghazal, is what's the next step for you? Where are you planning to do? Now you've got this great social media following. Now my also opinion, my also advice to you is, do you ever just feel like not going into Afghanistan music anymore and decided to go more to Bollywood? I said this to Mashhور as well. Move away now. You've got the social media. You're beautiful. You've got beautiful green eyes. You've got great hair. You've got a great look. Why don't you decide to go into Bollywood or maybe Hollywood and forget this Afghan music stuff, because there's only, no disrespect, but it's only going to a certain limit. You know, Afghan music, why not going into Bollywood now, you know?
Kiran, to be honest, if we talk about Afghani people or, you know, supporting Afghani, our music or appreciating our music, they are really good people. They are very, you know, clean-hearted. They're simple people. They love our music and they appreciate that. And I always dreamed about that, to being a singer in Afghanistan, you know, working in my country, you know, improving my music. Because first of all, our country needs to be improved, the music. As an Afghan, that's my responsibility to improve my music first, to, you know, raise the standard and you know, work for them. But if a singer can make her country proud, and if she or he can go, you know, beyond the borders, and if he or she can make to Bollywood and even Hollywood, that's more better. It means an Afghan can represent her country in, you know, in Hollywood, in Bollywood. That should be something to be proud of.
And what about,
I believe.
What about pursuing that, Ghazal? What about, you know, what about, you know, going into Bollywood? Would you ever consider going into Bollywood and moving forward with that?
What do you think? Do I have a face to go to Bollywood? I will act like a villain. I don't consider myself that beautiful or that talented to go to Bollywood, because Bollywood.
But it's not all about having beautiful looks. It's about the beautiful heart. And regardless what people say, like I say to everyone, these stupid messages that come to me ain't gonna change my opinion. You know, you can always tell someone who's some on my language, that is an asshole who isn't an asshole. So, you know, you've definitely got your good personality on that. I like to say that. Rav, question after you.
Yeah, you know, when you're performing, you know, like this in the past, a lot of these activities that you've been doing has given you great platforms and all that. You know, in the future, it's not going to be the same, because we don't know, you know, another 3 months, 6 months or 12 months, whether people can go and perform the way how they did, then how they can travel. Do you have a kind of a backup plan, you know, that you would want to do, or, you know, because everyone's finances only can stretch so much. With all these albums that you are producing, what kind of things you plan to do?
Actually, as you said, due to the impact of coronavirus, everything has changed. You know, all events and all concerts around the world, they were postponed or cancelled. And, you know, same-wise, my concerts were also postponed, and we had to reschedule some of them. For now, I just have 2 concerts. One would be in October and the other one would be on December for this year. We have some more events and, you know, concerts, but because I don't have the dates yet, I won't be able to tell you anything about that. But soon, when the dates are finalized, I will let you guys know. But
we're going to be there.
For now, we just have those concerts.
We're going to be at the front row, by the way, just to let you know.
Yeah, thank you so much. Thank you so much. I'm so proud to have you guys there. Thank you so much. Yeah, but for now, that's the only plan. And to be honest, I'm not the one who decide or who plan for the concerts. I have a good and, you know, very experienced management team that they always decide if you know, something happens to our plan A. So obviously they will have a plan B. But I'm just the singer who goes and sings and, you know, do makeup and just perform. I don't go in details.
And I want to know more about you. We've talked about your work. Yeah, we've talked about, you know, the people that try and burn people's career. You know, we have to, and, you know, as a British man, you know, knowing about that, you know, I shouldn't be, you know what it is? I shouldn't be knowing about this. I shouldn't be knowing the downfalls of people trying to hurt someone else's career. I should just do my interviews, but I don't know why my ears have been opened up for all that stuff. You know, so do you know, as we're saying, like, what do you like to do when you're not working? I think that's very important. What you'd like to do when you're not working, what do you do? And what do you do when you're not thinking about work? What does Ghazal like to do? Who is Ghazal Aniyat? Who is she?
Since I'm a very foodie person, Kiran, I love to cook. I love to cook. I can cook, you know, meat. I can cook chicken. I can cook cookies, everything except rice. We have a special Afghani rice which is called Kabuli Palau or Kabuli Palau. I could not cook that. You know, I always, you know, keep learning from my mother. She's cooking and I try hard, but I never learned that. I do cooking. I do drawing sometimes when I'm free, and I always, you know, watch movies. I'm a very Bollywood person, Bollywood lover. I watch movies from Netflix, and that's all we do.
And what do you go to the gym? Do you go out with friends for dinner? Are you a mocktail person? Sorry. Do you go to cinema? What do you like to do? as well?
To cinema, not really. To be honest, I really enjoy watching movie at home than in cinema, because I have my own, privacy, and I can sit the way I want. That's how I enjoy movies. No, I don't like to go to cinema a lot, except if there is a very, big movie and I can't wait to watch it at home. I just have to go to cinema and watch that, unless something happens like that. Otherwise, I love watching movies at home from my Netflix and with my family members. I'm a very family-oriented person. And of course, I love to go to restaurants since I'm foodie, and all my life is around food.
Great. Ralph, question after you, something quite direct and funny question.
Yeah, so Ghazal, you mentioned food. So
Yeah.
the food is something that everybody likes, enjoy, right? So what is your favorite food that you will cook for yourself or for your guests?
Ralph, everything, each and everything I love. There's nothing that I don't like. My family members, they make fun of me that at least there should be something that you don't like, and you should say, no, I don't like this. I love each and everything: fruit, vegetable, rice, bread, ice cream, each and everything.
Are these all Afghani food, or are they other cuisine?
I love Afghani food. I love Chinese food, and I love Indian and Pakistani food for their, spices that they use. Yeah, I love that.
Also, Ghazal, I also interviewed somebody. I'm not going to say the name. Like I say, I shouldn't have heard this, but as a journalist, we pick up these things, and we wasn't born yesterday, so it sticks in people's mind. I'm not going to say who I interviewed, but I interviewed someone that who was talking about Afghanistan in a way that sometimes, with all due respect, it's very cautious for women singers to go back there and sing. Why is that? And I always want to know. I know. I mean, I'm not stupid. I know there's certain information, but why do people say, oh, it's quite dangerous now for women to go back by themselves and go and perform there, etc.? What is the hazard behind that?
Kiran, Afghanistan is a country that, it had civil war for decades, more than 50 years or maybe more than that. In such a country, if you have continuously civil war, what do you expect from people? The civil war impact your education, the civil war impact your, lifestyle, the civil war impact your culture, each and everything. I'm happy that, Afghan people still, they respect humanity, they respect women, although they had such a bad situations, back then. We shouldn't say always bad things about our people. We still, if 20% of people, they're bad, they don't appreciate music, but the rest 80% are good people. Why should we always say bad and talk bad about people? Why should we spread negative things about our country? It's not negative. It's not negative. Trust me, Afghan people are very, very, simple, very, clean-hearted people. They're clean-hearted people. They just want to portray another, image from them. It's not true. I don't, agree with people that they say Afghan people are bad. No, they're not bad. My father is Afghan. My brothers, they're Afghan. They are always supporting me. They're with me. And I don't want to say that Afghan men are bad. No, Afghan men are not bad. Afghan women are not bad.
Well, I was recently dating a beautiful Afghanistan girl recently, and she was beautiful. I'm not going to say her name, but she was beautiful, and she had a lovely heart. So
congratulations.
Yeah, she was beautiful. She was very protective, very protective of me. But it was nice. We're in good contact, and it's good. It's always nice to keep in touch. My also another question before Ralph also jumps in, because I like to pick people's brain a bit. We've talked about Bollywood. We've talked about what kind of food you have. We've talked about people not particularly being nice towards you. We've talked about you enjoying hate, because then it makes you feel better that you're doing something, and that's a great motto, because I also do the same.
Yeah.
What is the next step for you? I think I would love to know something that you haven't told anyone before. What's the one thing that you haven't told anyone? A secret, or something inside of you that you've always wanted to share to the world? It could be something quite personal to you. It could be something that someone's, maybe you're releasing a new album that's so close to your sister or grandma or brother or anything. What's something new that you would like to say that people haven't known about you?
Yeah. I'm just thinking, because I'm very outspoken person. Whatever comes in my mind, I right away tell to people. I don't keep secrets in my heart, because that makes me sick. I usually don't keep things in my heart. When I feel upset, I just go, I just want to drain myself. I don't want to keep things in my heart. That's why I usually don't keep secrets. But I had one secret, that's really interesting, that you should know about that. Just like most of the artists, I had the passion for music from a very young age, from childhood. But I never thought that one day I would have, I would be recognized as an influential person in the Afghan music industry, or have such an important impact on our society. So initially, I started singing in secret, without revealing my identity, without showing my face, for almost 5 years, or maybe more than that. So what was interesting about that within these years that people were just listening to my voice. There was no face, there was no identity. They were just listening to my voice. I became a superstar. I became someone very famous in Afghanistan. People were used to listen to my songs. They were my admirer. But at the same time, they were very confused that who is Ghazal? Why she's not showing her face? That was one of the secrets that I had. And to be honest, again, I was enjoying that, because sometimes when I had chance to see people, talking about music in front of me, they were talking about me, that, oh, she's so good singer, she's so talented, but I think she's ugly, she's very old, that's why she's not coming to the she's not showing her face. That part I was enjoying a lot, and I kept that secret until I came to Canada. Until 2011, then I revealed my identity to all people. It's like the movie, if you have seen that, Secret Superstar. It's pretty much like my story. I started singing in secret. So that was something that I had secret. Even from my own family. My own family didn't know that I'm singing. I was a singer.
And who's the one person, Ralph, before Ralph jumps in now, I'll let him take over. Who's the one person that you look up to in the Afghan community? We will talk about internationally in a minute. I want to know one of your idols that you look up to. It could be a female, it could be a male, or it could be somebody that you don't particularly like as a person, but you like her music.
Kiran, there are many singers in the Afghan music industry that I look up to them, and I accept them as my idols, because I always believe that even if you learn one good deed or one good speech from someone, that person can become your idol. So I have learned a lot from different people, and I'm grateful for that. That female artist in our Afghan music industry would be Mashale Tarannum. We call her like that, Khanem Parasto. She is very talented. She has very beautiful voice. I look up to her. I accept her as my idol. There are a couple of more of them, but I'll not name any specific person here, because I don't want to make them upset. Maybe unintentionally I will miss some names, and they will get upset. I know that.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Ralph, question after you.
Yeah, Gassel, when you're writing songs, what inspires you to write that particular song? And the albums that you have produced, can you kind of share with your fan base some of the reasons why those songs that you've written, and how you plan to release them to the Afghani community who likes your music?
I usually don't write all of my songs. I have my lyricists. I have, people that they compose songs for me. But yes, I have a few songs in the album that I, write it myself. I usually prefer others to give me the lyrics, because You can't have all the talent. Like you can't be a good lyricist, and you can't be a good composer. You just, some people, they have good voice and they can sing. They should get help from other people too. But yes, when I write a song, it depends on my mood, how I feel. If I'm feeling upset, obviously I will write a very sad song. And if I feel happy, obviously I will write a very happy song. It depends on my mood.
And just last couple of questions for you. Now, we've talked about a lot of great stuff today, and it's really, really very refreshing, because it's great that you've been recognized. It's not just, I'm sure you've been recognized internationally, I'm sure you have, but it's great that now, someone asked me a question the other day and said, someone actually sent me a message. I don't know if you agree with it or not, because me, I'm a nobody. Yeah, I'm just a nobody. I'm just a journalist. I'm just behind the scenes. But someone wrote me, one of these fans, haters, fans, I don't know what it is, but someone said, it's great that someone like you has opened up the doors to other women around Afghanistan, and not just certain amount of people, right? Because I don't need a compliment from me, but I'm just saying, just use me as an example. Do you think it's great now that people in London, in America, are now realizing that it's not just about one specific singer, it's about everybody. Everybody has the opportunity, chance to talk. Like the 100 most influential people, we've done 125 people. Yeah. And people were begging me, saying, please, Kieran, put me on. And I was like, look, man, if you're talented, if you're ready to go, you've got the social media, why not? You give everybody a chance. Do you think it's good now that people are internationally are noticing Afghanistan music, including yourself?
That is great. That's great. Of course, if you are noticed in an international level, it means you are making
all the women together.
Yeah, of course. Instead of one woman, if you have like 2, 3, and 4, and even 5 singers from one country, so it's better. You're making your country more proud. Instead of one person, there is 5 person from your country. So it means you have more talented people, and you have more pride to bring your country. So I believe you should be proud of that. You shouldn't be upset. And even if you're someone that you think that how should I say that? If you are someone that you were the first singer and you opened the door for other singers, even if you are like that, you shouldn't look, down to people. You shouldn't say that. People will know that. If you have done that, you shouldn't always talk about it. And the person who claimed that she has opened the door for other singers, I don't accept that, because before her, so many other singers, they were there and they opened the door for other singers. And it was not me too. I know there are other singers, and I don't accept that.
Any message to your fans, and also, which is probably you've never been asked before, any message to your haters out there, that people, it's true, because like you say, haters are your fans, and haters are the one who love you. So, you know what, your message to everybody out there.
First of all, my message to my haters would be this, that I will try that hard to make you my lovers and my fans. I will work as hard as possible to make you my fans. And to my lovers, I really appreciate your love and support, your continuous love and support towards me, for bringing me to this level. I really appreciate that. Please continue.
And I know Ralph is going to ask you. I know he's dying to ask you. We've heard you sing. We've heard you sing in your music videos. We would love to. While you're here, you're all dressed up beautifully. Can you give us a 1 minute or 2 minutes song of your choice that you'd like to sing for us?
Sure. Do you want me to sing an Indian song or Afghani song?
You choose.
Since I'm a big fan of Lataji and Ashaji, you know about her, and she's also one of my idols that I look up to her, because
we're in touch with her, by the way.
Yeah, because oh my God, because she's one of those singers that she was so influential, so loved, so respected in India, and she's still that much loved. Same wise, I also want to establish such a reputation and such a name, to be known only for my voice, for my talent. I don't want to be known as an entertainer or someone who is known for her beauty or etc. That's why she's also my idol. So I'm going to sing, I think either it's Asha Ji's song or Lata Ji, but doesn't matter, I will sing that.
Let's go for it.
Aao huzur tumko sitaron mein le chalu. आओ हुजूर तुमको सितारों में ले चलूं, दिल जो